Bonsoir à tous, bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Vous connaissez que c'est Wsrf Koyolan qui est entré la caillou. Chaque jour, pour mois de mai, quand on a fait Haitian Culture Heritage Month, son façon pour nous capables de dire mon Dieu qui est setup que vous aller et qui ça que vous gagnez pour yo faire monter descendre yo pendant mois ça. Mais ça qui est intéressant c'est que en même moment de Haitian Culture Heritage Month là, nous avons une possibilité que Third Horizon Festival a fait une présentation de film, which nous connaissons que qui est très close à moi-même, parce que nous toujours parlé de film. En même temps, il y a plusieurs Haïtiens qui ont participé dans le festival. Ça, et nous songeons que hier, nous avons parlé avec Monsieur Michel, qui est dans le festival. Là, je dis, nous avons l'opportunité pour nous parler avec l'autre monde. Mais avant de commencer, monde qui prend le soin depuis 2016, qui prend le soin pour les monter festival ça, Monsieur Jason qui a 20 jours interview ça après en anglais et puis après sa deuxième partie nous pral gagner Monsieur Joseph Ilette qui pral chita ensemble avec nous tout. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, Rose. How are you?
It has been a while.
It has. It's so good to see you.
Yes. Likewise. A festival, Third Horizon, that's been starting since 2016. That's a long time. Next year, you guys going to celebrate 10 years of existence. That's huge. I know it's not easy. Anything that involves films, cinema is not easy to do. Present yourself a little bit because we already know you. It's just I have a different audience today. So that's why you have to present yourself a little bit and then tell us what is the reason you start that festival.
Yes, so just over 10 years ago, a few of us who founded the festival made a short film called Papa Machette about Tira Machette. We went and we spent some time in Jacmel and we made this short film that did quite well. It went to many festivals. It was about Professor Avril, a farmer in Jacmel who was one of the last remaining practitioners of Tira Machette and how he passed this martial art
on to his sons. It was a nice one.
Yes, he was an incredible man. And after the success of that short film, we realized that there weren't too many places where you could see films from all over the Caribbean in one place. And so the name of our production company was Third Horizon. And we decided to found a festival that would show films from all over the Caribbean, the English-speaking Caribbean, Creole, Spanish, Dutch. And it made sense to do it in Miami, where many of us were based, not just for that reason, but also because so often it is more affordable to fly from any Caribbean island or country to Miami than to the other ones, you know. So we also had the good fortune of connecting with an organization in New York called the Caribbean Film Academy. And they had been screening Caribbean films there for a few years at that point, and we started working together. And then a few years later, we all merged. And so the festival has kept growing in terms of, one, the program that we show, also our geographic reach in partnering with Caribbean Film Academy and forming this larger, newer version of Third Horizon. We started showing films in New York. We've done screenings in Los Angeles, Berlin, London, different parts of the Caribbean. And so we are just committed to making sure that that we feature filmmakers and films which really delve into the truth of who we are as a people. Too often you have seen the Caribbean on screen in Hollywood films as just a very pretty backdrop, and we as Caribbean people are also just part of the backdrop, and so we're interested in bringing our stories to the fore. But then what does it mean to be truthful and caring about how those stories are depicted? You know, how do we tell
that was going to be my next question. How do you go by putting those, picking up the person? Because there's so many in Haiti, although there's so many turmoil in that country, but you guys still take the time to search for the good ones, and then to pull them out and to show the movie. It's really a big step. How do you guys do that?
Well, I have to take my hat off to our director of programming, Jonathan Ali, and our programming team, who are very meticulous in how every year we do a call for submissions. So we get submissions from Caribbean filmmakers all over the world, really, not just in the Caribbean, but, they're Caribbean filmmakers living in all parts of Africa and Europe and Canada and you name it. But we also do a lot of searching on our own. We go to other festivals. We maintain connections with film schools all over really, and are just always looking for not just who is telling our stories, but how they're telling the stories, because it's very easy to depict troubling and traumatic things in our history with a lack of care, and we find that we are always so thrilled to find filmmakers who are telling these stories in a thoughtful way, and really giving us so much to feel and think and walk out of the theater to converse about with our peers. So it's a real thrill to do this festival every year. I always say that it's as much a festival about conversation as it is film.
Well, it is, because the people that you guys are handpicked to be on the festival there's not a year after year that I'm looking at that festival. The choice that you guys made is not something that makes sense at the time and everything else. You just said people can be living all over the world, and then they decided to be a part on the call-in, to be a part of the festival. If the person has to be, even if you, for example, if you're from Haiti, I would say Haiti a lot, because
Yeah.
you are, Haiti, Dominican Republic, anywhere. Do you have to tell a story? Inside the Caribbean for you to be able to be considered? Because I might be from Haiti, and then I decided to tell a story here in Miami that has nothing to do with really Haitian setup and everything. Do you guys analyze all this, or the the main story? It doesn't matter where they film it, but the story has to be based a story in the Caribbean.
It doesn't necessarily have to be in the Caribbean itself, but it has to deal with things that are important to Caribbean people. So you could make a film that is set in, I don't know, let's say Spain, for example. But if the issues that are at play in that film, the themes that are in that film, are somehow connected to the people of the Caribbean and our history, our present, our future, then it's a film that we will consider. Everything comes down to us. Well, what is important to our community? And that really kind of is the guiding ethos.
Okay. The festival starts today.
Yes, starts tonight at the
So
Press Art Museum, Miami.
one for me, more or less, if you can remember, whatever you can remember,
Yes.
About the schedule that we're going to have, more or less.
Yes, it's
It's a heavy schedule,
very heavy
and then
schedule.
this is not one day festival. It's about 4 days.
Sure.
It's a lot of your showing. One for me, more or less, whoever's interested can participate the schedule of the festival, if you can remember everything.
Sure. I can remember most of it.
Okay,
So
we'll go ahead.
yes, it starts tonight at PAM, the Press Art Museum, Miami, in downtown Miami. Our opening night film is called Coûte que coûte, At All Costs, by director Joseph Hillel, and it's a documentary about the Grand Chemin Theatre Festival in Haiti that has been soldiering on year after year despite what is happening in the country. And we think it is a very inspiring film, a great one to start the festival off with, because, things have been very turbulent here. Maybe everywhere has its own scale of turbulence, but it has been a very uncertain time here as well. And we looked at this film and we saw these incredible actors and performers and writers and poets who come together every year in Paco to do this festival. And we took inspiration from them and said, wow, if they can do it, we can do it. We all can do it. And we think it's that the spirit that they summon to pull this festival off every year is something that our audience can take great inspiration from.
Before you go to the next day, we have to tell the people stay tuned because Joseph is going to be with us, and for good Joseph will be with us on the second part of the day for his interview. Keep going. If opening is done, and then the next day, if someone decided to go on Friday, what are they going to find?
Yes, so tomorrow the festival shifts to the Quebec Center in Little Havana, and we start very early tomorrow at 10 a.m. We have people coming in from really all over the world for the festival. I mean, every year it grows and grows, and I am so humbled to see how many people come from far and wide to watch these films with us. So if you want to come out early tomorrow, if you can take the day off from work, come out there, get a coffee in the morning. We start at 10 a.m. sharp, and we will be showing films all throughout the day, all throughout the weekend, really, from, again, all over the Caribbean. Some of the other highlights that would be of particular interest to your audience, we have a film called Twice into Oblivion. And there's a running theme of theater in the festival this year that's never quite happened before. A lot of the films are about theater companies or theater directors.
Okay.
So the film Twice into Oblivion is about a theater production about Kiskia. And about the events of, was it 1937? Was the
the event between Dominican Republic.
Yes.
We had him yesterday.
Yes.
And then we was telling the story. They said Kiskeya, but it's either you said Haiti or the Lilo of the Dominican doesn't like to hear that, but I mean the Haiti island. Which is half of it is Haiti and the other half is the Dominican Republic. So it's a battle that they have, fighting and everything else, killing a lot of Haitian, 20,000 plus.
Yeah.
And then then this doesn't stop even now these days. Haiti is going through the same thing with Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Where people, whenever they don't have, they find them and then they send them back. And then some of them is even kids that are born in Dominican Republic. I don't know how one day these things will be solved. It's for the politician to analyze and then to solve these things. Yeah. And in the meantime, with us in the film world, we're telling the story. The story that will help us to advance the cause and then to move to the next thing. One of the things that I like about the festival is that every time you finish seeing a film or a documentary, you have a panel.
Yes, we're very, as much as we can, we try to bring the filmmakers here to the festival, and so we end up having these conversations which are so enlightening. And so, each film, at the end of each film, we'll have the filmmaker on stage for about 20 minutes to take questions from the audience and take some questions from somebody who works with the festival. But honestly, the conversation continues outside afterwards as well.
Of course,
that we have food at the Quebec Center and coffee, and we also have a lot of parties. Every night there's a party. At Pam tonight there's a party. Yeah, you have to talk and watch movies, and then you have to sweat.
Yes,
and you have to dance.
Exactly. That's what I enjoy a lot. But I mean, I used to enjoy it, but now these days it's not the same. To go to many of them, but we are inviting everybody. I mean, on this part, you can go to the what's so interesting. You have a website where they can see all the information and everything else. They can even buy tickets on the website.
Yes, and I would definitely advise to try to buy your tickets as soon as possible. Things are beginning to sell out because we have A lot of people coming
A
this
lot of
year,
people
more than we expected, which is
No,
a
no,
great
but
thing.
that's a good thing.
It's a wonderful
That's a good
thing.
That,
Yes.
that
So
is
if you
it.
can go to the website today, it's thirdhorizonfilmfestival.com, thirdhorizonfestival.com. And you can buy your tickets and find all the information there. And I should say that if for whatever reason you're not able to make it to PAM tonight or the Quebec Center this weekend, we will be offering some of these films available online next week, so you can rent it and watch it at home
Okay,
if
good.
you can't make it in person to the festival. And so that will be starting on Monday.
So that will be an opportunity also to enjoy but I like to be live.
Yes, I mean, there's nothing that
Because
replicates the
there's
in-person
question.
experience.
You got the director right there. You can
Yes.
ask questions. You meet people. You
Yes, it's-
exchange informations, and then that's the way that if someone is interested in the film world, cinema world, that's the way to meet people.
Especially people who are interested in becoming filmmakers.
Yes, exactly.
If you are somebody of any age who has always thought, I have a story to tell, one of the best places that you can go is to a film festival, be it our film festival or another one. But certainly if you're a Caribbean filmmaker, there's such an opportunity to learn how to make films or find ways into the filmmaking industry at the festival. You just have to come, watch a few films, and talk to people, and you would be surprised how much you could learn and figure out in one weekend.
I don't know if that was your part. Really quick, we're going to, I'm just going to quote unquote enter that. July 7th, there is one of the director, a good friend, Robinson Lovins, who did a nice movie about when they killed the president. So it's a nice story and everything. So if that calls your part, because he has the opportunity to be the first Haitian to put a movie done in Haiti in the box office, because it's showing on the MC theaters.
Right.
So it's something, it's very nice. I always, whenever I have the opportunity to plug him
Yes, yes.
on the story, I usually do, because I know you guys as a filmmaker, as a producer of a lot of setups. So this is something that's very important.
I haven't seen the film yet, but I knew that it had, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I heard that it had screened a few weeks ago, or was it a few months ago, at the Olympia, right?
Yes.
Yes, I was out of town. I wasn't here, but yes, we had heard that it was
It's going on. But now you can go see it on any AMC theater until, I don't know how long it will take for them to keep it, but
Right.
it's there.
Very
And he's very enthusiastic. He's pushing everybody at least every Friday to get there and then fill up the room, which that's been happening, which is very nice.
Very good.
I think it can do it. Let's back to the reason, because that's what we are here for. Is there anything else that you think that you needed to because the festival already did the, how do you say, the path. They going nicely to different things, and next year will be 10 years. Is there anything that we need to add on before we have a conversation with Joseph?
No, I just that I hope to see everybody out this weekend. I also should have mentioned that we have also panels.
Yes.
We have a panel every day, really, Friday through Sunday, about some of the filmmakers will be sharing some of their experiences making these films and talking with each other about larger issues that they face and consider while making them. So those, I think some of those are sold out already, but again, the website has all of the information. So yes, whether you want to see a film, catch a panel, or come to a party, you can do it all this weekend at Third Horizon.
The weekend, it's all covered for Third Horizon Festival. I want to say thank you for you to be here.
Well,
I know
thank you,
you're
Rose.
extremely busy because you just came in town.
Well, I think, Rose, I have to thank you. You have been such a supporter of us from the very beginning.
Yes,
and
yes,
I'm
we
so
are.
appreciative
Oh, not a problem at all. So we have to take a break and then for us to change to Joseph. But in the meantime, Jason, this is it for us until maybe today or tomorrow. You see me passing by.
Yes.
I'm not confirming today yet because there's a lot of things going on. I will see what I can do, but tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
After I finish the show, I know I'm going to miss a part of the movie, but I'll get to the party like you said.
Well, I'll see you there.
All right, dear.
All right, take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.